Welcome, friend. Can you believe it? Dragons.
I sense life, magicka.
Jor, Denis, Ta.
used to the splinters, in case you wonder. I hear the roads aren't safe. Good. More supplies, it seems that... Made that yourselves, did you? Well done. That's made from superior materials. You have... I know good work when I see it. That's good work. I'm told not to say, but your work is the best I've...
Next time I'm in. Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, we only draw blades in service to the guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course. But every race, every creed belongs under the guild hall's roof. Ha! There's a good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Jofnir. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra. You're in luck.
Comrade, a word. Can you believe it? Dragons, in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe in Riverwood.
Orcs are all.
All this way and for nothing.
Of course, Eldenroot has a significant presence.
We depart within the hour. Where are you? Tell me.
I've done more than hear about it, my dear. I've seen it myself.
We're about to head out on a trading mission.
I'll soon be heading back to my
Why
home.
do you do this? Guard!
Nine times out of 10, the cynics are right.
Honest merchant, trust this one.
I sell to the nobility.
A fallen star is an omen of someone in need.
Priorities, my Sahida? The answer is no.
We have greater concerns. Let someone else see to your fallen star.
Ah, you received my summons. Good. I am Quincy of the Twilight Cantors, in service to Azura. Did you see the falling star? A sure sign from the mother of all Khajiit that someone is in great need. I am certain of it. It blazed with blue soul fire, burning the sky as it fell toward Moonmont. The signs could not be more clear. I wanted to investigate, but High Cantor Viti forbade me. The tall Inquisitor here has need of the Twilight Cantors. Viti and I have been conscripted into service, and that service is elsewhere, apparently. But that is why I sent for you, so you could investigate. Surely Azura will reward your efforts. Thank you, Walker. Watch for the spirit of a little cat. Azura often sends such messengers when the need is great. And do be careful. Rumor has it that Moonmont is overrun with Dromathra. May Azura keep the dark from ensnaring your spirit. Oh, I do indeed. I caught a glimpse of such a spirit to the south. But when I requested permission to investigate, Cantor Vidi refused to grant it. We Cantors have many, many songs describing such events. Another sign that someone needs help. With those large, friendly eyes and the cutest little whiskers. No, dark spirits like Dromathra take a different shape, and have for thousands of years. This is no trick of Namira. Find the spirit, and determine what must be done.
This must craw my head. Azura, forgive my cursing in a holy place. Is this a holy place? Where am I? And who are you? A strange name to follow an even stranger dream. I circled the feet of Azura, longing to be held aloft. She scooped me up and cast me down. I fell and fell. And now I'm here, in this. Is this a tomb? How did you get in here? Your words confuse me, Jal. A fallen star suggests someone is in great need. And a spirit cat. Azura's claws stir the sand indeed. Let us start over. I am Zerithvar, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon. I am... Wait. Where is my Moonclaw? A sacred tool of my order. A gift from Azura herself. I am bonded to it. I think I feel it nearby, but I am weak. For our safety, I cannot be parted from it. Please, help me find it, and anything else that might explain how I ended up here. Please, the Moonclaw, it is a... what is the word? Armlet? Metal hoop for your wrist, with a stone like moonlight. I would search with you, but I feel very weak. I am not yet ready to get to my feet. You are as inquisitive as a young scholar. Sand collects between my ears and blunts the finer points of memory. Might your questions wait until you return? I am certain I will have questions for you as well. You found it. I thank you, Jarl. Like the moons above, my strength returns to me in phases. Ah, there. It fits like it once did, though its magic seems to have waned. Did you find anything else? Very well. That blade seems long neglected. But this tablet, Zerithvar, this tomb is mine. Memory of my apparent death is slow to return. Pray, tell me, Jal, what year is it? Second Era? That cannot be right. Listen, I am Zerithvar, necromancer of the Order of the Hidden Moon. I know nothing of eras. In my time, we only had years. This tablet says I died fighting a Rajaska. Do you know what this stone means? Perhaps not the sort of necromancer you expect. I vanquish dark spirits through Azura's power of redemption. You said we are in Moonmont. Come with me to Ralka. Azura willing, the shrine of my order remains hidden there. You will see. And I have many questions for you, but my mind and memories are still hazy. I will answer as best I can. I went alone to face the Rajaska Jar, leader of the Pride. I knew I would not survive. And now, I awaken in a tomb. The tablet speaks of my body's preservation. A curious phenomenon. The means or purpose of my survival remain a mystery. The dark remnants of moon singers vulnerable to the bent dance. Rajaska were a powerful kind of Dromathra, possessed Khajiit, bent to the will of Namira. Worse, the Rajaska resisted redemption, the sacred work of my order. The beating of the dark heart of Lorkaj. A haunting and discordant song. Hearing it creates cracks in the soul, and once the void seeps in, it fills its vessel, turning the poor Khajiit into a mindless puppet of the void. A Dromathra. The memory returns, though I do not wish to recount it just yet. I did not expect to survive. It seems my efforts were not in vain. If you have not heard of a Rajaska, then the tablet speaks true. It is a blessing that they prowl Nirni no longer. Spirits of fallen Khajiit follow many paths to Azura's crossing. Those with darkness in their hearts can better find their way through the path of redemption. When I use necromancy, I invite forth their spirits and show them the way. I admire your curiosity, Jarl. Most consider it bad luck to speak of the work of my necromantic order. Our path ventures through the dark, yes, but we do not enslave the dead. Through Azura, we open doors to redemption in service to the living. We are Azura's most faithful. I follow her calling. I devote my life to her message of love and redemption. But my duty is not in conflict with the other spirits known and worshipped across the 16 kingdoms. When Khajiit die, love and forgiveness set their souls upon a path toward blissful light. But sometimes, guilt and misdeeds cloud that path. Azura commands those lost in the dark must not be left to suffer forever. It was my duty to retrieve them. Necromancy. Adepts of the Hidden Moon call to the void and invite a willing soul back to inhabit a physical form. These dead followed us into battle, fought, and fell alongside us. In service and sacrifice, they see their souls purified. The Temple of the Hidden Moon lies deep in the Ashen Scar in northern Elsewhere, carved into the long shadows of a desert canyon. But we have shrines hidden in other places too, such as the one we head to now. You will see. I will meet you in Ralka, then. Perhaps everything will make more sense once I step out to see the sun.
I know it fell around here somewhere. Bright moons, Walker! Who was that? Walker, that's Khajiit. Was that the person in need? I could not ignore Azura's sign any longer, so I slipped away when the High Cantor and the Inquisitor were otherwise engaged. But what was this Zerith Var doing inside an ancient tomb? Did he follow the spirit cat as well? Well, he certainly did not appear to be a corpse, at least as far as I could tell. Maybe he fell and hit his head or something. Though that doesn't explain the glowing eyes. Where did this Zerith Var go? Sis, I need to get back. I am beholden to the Torval Curiata, and they are mobilizing for some sort of attack. I will try to find you in Rolka if I can slip away again. Good luck, Walker, and stay safe. High Cantor Viti was kind enough to distract him for me with bracing talk of righteousness and heresy. Plus, I have always been good at slipping through the shadows. But I cannot linger. My voice is needed wherever the Inquisitor takes us next.
This is all that remains of Rolka? What happened to my city?
This one warns you, Jik. Screaming nonsense in Roka will get you caged. Control yourself, or the guard will.
I recognize the bones, but the rest... Alfarshna! My ancestors did not defy the stripe and death, just to let this holy ground be stamped down to simple tents and stalls. I must be very far from my own time, if this is what Ralka is reduced to. If only you could have seen it. I barely recognize what remains. Back in that tomb, I confess I thought you were the senseless one. Now I see the truth. I must have sounded mad going on like that. But you came after me anyway. Thank you. I did. In my time, the Order was respected, revered for what we could accomplish. But we were also feared. And so our sanctuaries were hidden. Perhaps well enough to survive to the present age.
This is going to be fun.
Just ahead lies the Temple of Two Moons Dance. The entrance for my cloister should be around the back. Let us hope something remains of it. And may Azura's guidance illuminate why she cast me down to this time. Look to the southeast side of the temple's base. An entrance to the Hidden Moon Sanctuary should be there. To think, even the Temple of Two Moons Dance could be left in such disrepair. My fur falls out just looking at it. I made such great haste to get here that I arrived quite parched. I asked one of those traders for a drink of water, and asked how much farther it was to Ralka. When I was told that I had already arrived, I did not react well. I may have shouted a bit, spilled some water, knocked over a display while trying to keep myself upright. It does not matter. I suppose being dressed in these rags does me no favors. But finding my cloister, that is what matters now. Should be around the back of the temple, on the southeast side. The years have turned it into a sugar
Loyalty.
store. We will see. The entrance is here. See how it opens? It recognizes me as a member of the Order. No longer a sanctuary. Now, a tomb. I had hoped, with Ralkar still standing. But no. The Order of the Hidden Moon is no more. How little is left of the world I knew. My clan is gone. Our bones and sanctuaries left to crumble to dust. I do not understand. Why was I sent here? I would rather have gone to the sands behind the stars than be sent back to see this. If my Moonclaw had power, I could invite forth the spirits of those I knew in life. But what comfort or answers could the dead give me? I tread the domain of the living once again. I must do as I did in life to find guidance. If Azura sent me back, I do not think it was simply to make me suffer. She must wish me to perform some kind of service. I will consecrate the remains here, and then beseech her for guidance. Will you assist me? That prayer book, consult it for what I might say. The sand between my ears persists. I need to be reminded of what I once knew in my heart. All these bones belong to Khajiit I never knew. Through them, I will bid my clan, my family, farewell. I remember. The rite requires moon sugar water. There should be some in the temple above. Do not worry for me. I would mourn in private for a time.
You seek the holy moon sugar water for purification? These jars have been blessed. Fill your cup as needed, Walker.
Walker, this one followed your steps and now requires your testimony. You are the transient that spoke with Cantor Crincy, yes? She instructed you to investigate a phenomenon she witnessed at Moonmont. The Torval Curiato would like to know what you have discovered. You are ignorant of the Torval Curiato's Inquisition. There is but one cause for us to seek knowledge on any subject, to protect the true faith of the Riddlethar Epiphany from heresy. Now, your findings at Moonmont. Describe them. This one and his fellow Inquisitors will judge if your findings pose a threat to the true faith. And if it does, we will use all of our considerable means to burn the heresy and corruption from this land in the Riddlethar's name. Now, speak. The Cantor is young and prone to distraction. This one would expect nothing less from one faithful to a Daedric prince. We are finished, Walker.
Ah, you return. Pour the water into the ritual basin, and I will perform the rite. Mother of Twilight, I beseech you, guide these souls to your crossing with dawn's clarity. I seek guidance. This blue flames, how can this be? Blue flames. That is a call to arms, a signal for the hidden moon, a sign that the dark spirit of great power has pierced the veil of Nirni. That tablet you found in my tomb, it said those spirits were vanquished. What could this mean? Rajaska, yes. From what you told me, they have not stalked Nirni in centuries, but now they return. Perhaps this is why Azura sent me back. The knowledge of how to contend with them is lost. We must find these dark spirits, and see them redeemed. My Moonclaw guides me. Though weak, I can feel its pull. Somewhere east of here, at the Shrine of the Consummate Surrender, I believe. I must now humbly ask for your aid. The last time I faced a Rajaska alone, it cost me my life. Will you help me? Perhaps it is called something else now. Let me see your map. Ah, Claw's Strike. I shall mark the spot. Thank you, Zhao. Though, you are not exactly a stranger anymore. Meet me at the shrine, and perhaps we will overcome these troubles as friends. Once you reach what is now called Claw's Strike, head inside. I will find you there. I hope I am not wrong in thinking you can defend yourself. There is no telling how much of my fighting skills remain after being dead for so long. We will see. Inquisitor for the Torval. What? I do not know what you speak of, but Inquisitors do not sound friendly. Are these Inquisitors like the Twilight Cantors you spoke of? Well, blessings from Azura that you found me then, and not these Inquisitors. No matter. We must deal with this Rajaska threat before we concern ourselves with this Torval, whatever it was. I did not pull it from the bones of my fallen brothers and sisters, if that is your concern. I found a cache of supplies and saw fit to equip myself. But I do not wish to stick out like a broken claw in my travels. What do you think of it? Var, such kind words. Function is more important, of course. But what Khajiit does not like to present a sleek and pleasing form. This is not quite what we wore during my order's time, but it will do well enough to protect me.
fine goods at fair prices.
Pah! This once honorable shrine now serves as a bandit den. I sense the darkness we seek to the east. That dark corner. My Moonclaw tells me that is where we need to go.
Crinzy, are you all right? I will be fine. We must go after the others.
We will handle it. Join us when you have recovered.
They destroyed a Dromathra. Its soul, it is gone.
Walker, and that strange Khajiit from Moonmont. Zerethvar, was it? It is too dangerous for you to be here. These Dromathra and the powerful ones leading them. I have never seen their like before. None of us have. Walker, you must leave. The leaders of this incursion, they are why the Inquisitors conscripted us. To fight back against this dark power. We obliterated as many as we could, but our songs are not enough. Hidden Moon? I never heard of this clan. I will have to ask High Cantor Viti about it. She would know. But that is for later. If you have come to help, Azura knows we could use it right now. Rajaska. An appropriate name for the powerful spirits. I knew that fallen star was a sign, but now is the time for action, not discussion. High Cantor Viti went after this Rajaska. Please, help her, before more cantors turn to the bent dance.
Trajini ranji rith anti, Atena ka isa luvizna, Trajmi gendi ka isi.
She is Dromathra now. Rajaska, to arms. Quickly! I am sorry we did not arrive sooner. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Now you see what I was trained to do. Khajiit that fall to the bent dance of Namira. I can straighten their tails. The Hidden Moon's purpose was to tend to the immortal souls of all Khajiit, even those that fell to darkness. Do you understand? We both saw the effects of their song. It utterly destroys the spirit, banishes it from existence entirely. Moon's mercy. These souls were Khajiit once. Are we so afraid of the dark now that we destroy anything that staggers out of it? Besha Anzi, in my anger I forget my wisdom, but you possess enough for both of us. That must be why Azura sent me here, to show Khajiit of this time the way of mercy through Hidden Moon necromancy. There is just one problem. My Moonclaw's magic wanes. If I am meant to follow this path and teach what I have learned, I must restore it. Just enough power remains to open the portal to the Temple of the Dark Moon. Your help has been invaluable. Will you come with me? Noctra, grant me luck. Canarthi, grant me haste. Seven Shadows. It worked. Take care of your High Cantor, Jarithanti. We will see you again soon.
Viti is fine, thank goodness. And were you and Zareth Var not here to drive off our fallen sister, I am sure we would have been next.
Stay back from me, Najik. My soul is not forfeit to you or your necromancer.
No, the Dark Moon Temple. It is gone.
Skoma addled old stray. Have you been asleep these past 300 years?
Longer than that, perhaps. Speak plainly.
No one favors the Dark Moon anymore. Ill omens, forgotten men's ancient rites. The Unified elsewhere has no need of these outdated traditions. The Sugar God rules the sands now. Riddlethar, they call it. Imagine that. Old Pandar managed to trick the world.
Loss after loss. Were it not for my Hidden Moon training, my heart would be Namira's already for all the darkness these discoveries bring me. It is only because of you and the appearance of Jock here that I do not let grief overwhelm me. Did he? I ask Azura for guidance and she sends my cat. I suppose the Moon Mother is not without her mischief. Perhaps this means she did not send me back to give up so easily. My heart had space enough for sorrow of this measure in my life before. Let us venture down these cliffs. The temple ruins seem to have been left where they fell. Perhaps, if we sift through the remains, we can still find something carrying the Dark Moon's blessing. I pray that searching through the ruins below results in more than sorrow and lost time. I should focus on the blessing of you and Jock to guide me. Just think, I could have been found by someone with far less patience, like that nomad there. Ah, my constant companion. I hope he lived a long and happy life after I passed. I found him yowling for help on the streets of Corinth. I took pity, cleaned him up, and replaced his missing eye with a bit of moonstone. You can hardly tell now. It is not much of a proper name at all. A shortening of Jak Khajiit. Kitten, I think you would say. With how sharply the sounds roll off the tongue, it means he is small, but tough. A tough little guy. The Dark Moon is the true spirit of Lorkaj, redeemed and made protector of the lunar lattice by Azura's grace. Through him, we of the Hidden Moon find our way through darkness to lead Azura's children to her crossing. Just so, at the height of our training, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon, steep ourselves in darkness, so we cannot fall to the bent dance and become Dromathra. We train to walk through Namira's dark without Azura's light. It aids in navigating lunar byways to guide souls. A most ancient purpose, given to my order by Azura herself. As such, it must be empowered by something related to the Dark Moon. Something that we search for now. Kra, do not ask me about that. We have only just met. I want you to think well of me. In all seriousness, it is regret. I have no bent tail, but I walked a bent path. In the end, my misdeeds cost me dearly. Ha! No! I was a knave and a jeek long before I heard Azura's calling. And long after. Now, it seems I have been given a second chance. Perhaps things will be different this time. It is all still so hard to believe. They did not just let this temple crumble, did they? This new faith tore it down and let the sea wash it away. But I am with you now. Let us search these caves. Lich. Heretic. Me? Kes Credesi.
I'll cut out your lying tongue, heretic!
You found something? Please, let me see that note. Perhaps it will distract me from the knowledge that these once holy catacombs are now a midden. My eyes are glowing. I did not know that. Small wonder these inquisitors seek to kill me. Glowing eyes, risen from the dead. I must remind them of the Dromathra, our shared enemy. They mention a High Cantor Viti here. Was she one of the moon singers we saw at the shrine of... at Claw's Strike? Crimsy, the little doggy you spoke to, yes? She seemed curious of my nature and presence, but not afraid. Too bad the same cannot be said of her fellow moon singer, High Cantor... whoever. Did you find anything else? Moon Mother be praised. It carries the Dark Moon's blessing. In all my years, I have never been called a heretic. Perhaps with your help and my Moonclaw restored, we can drive back the Rajaska and show these Inquisitors we are on the same side. Ah! My Moonclaw is restored! But it bears warning of another incursion. Quickly! We must go! This Vol, this Ovid dwelling, what an eyesore! The young Cantor, and the other one.
Viti, you've done enough. Let them help.
Do not touch her, necromancer.
Are you injured, Jarithanti? Let me tend to your wounds.
Walker, I am relieved to see you alive. I thought I could trust my mentor with what I learned about Zerethvar, but she turned right around and told the Inquisitors. Thank Azura you managed to evade them, but I fear you arrived too late. After you left, more Inquisitors rallied us for another incursion here at the Vile Manse. But it was even more of the same. The rest of our sisters were dragged away by that thing, that Rajaska. I failed them. To the Undercroft beneath the Vile Manse. If my fellow Twilight Canthers are not Stromothra already, they will be soon. And then they will be lost for good. There is nothing that can be done.
We are on the same side, Sister Viti. Remember that when next you give testament to the Inquisitors. I fear our little moon singer is right. Her friends have been taken by the leader of all Rajaska. They will be bent, forced to join in a chorus of shadows. Her training has not prepared her to do anything about it. But mine has. My friend, you ask a knife to cut, the birds to sing, the moons to rise. Walking the path of darkness in service to Azura is what I was made for. But it is a perilous path. Knowing this, will you still walk it with me? Then, as Joan follows Jode, we move as one. A bond of fellowship, of two souls made better by one another. May that bond see us through to the other side of this darkness. Together. Shake the fear from your heart, Jarithanti. We will see your Cantors saved.
But the Rajaska, do you have a death wish?
No. I have faith. Death seeps up from the catacombs. We must find a way below and locate the Cantors. Darkness calls farther in. To the northwest, I think.
Move to flank! I'm hurt!
There. My Moonclaw senses it. We are close. These vaults hold relics stained with dark history. I can smell them. The song of the Rajaska. It bends these twilight cantors into Dromathra.
Zeyabimorna, my newborn Rajaska. Sing for them the next verse.
Here we go.
Come now, Zareth. You remember this song?
Cantor Zeabi. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Find peace in her embrace. Quickly, everyone. Let us leave this dark place. I am sorry, Rithantin. I can cleanse your souls, but I am powerless to stop the corruption before it overtakes you.
Oh, this the Twilight Cantors can do. Quickly, Viti, aid me.
The songs of these Twilight Cantors can stop souls from falling to the bent dance? In my time, we had no such songs. I am glad to see it. Yet this means they are at greatest risk of being haunted by that Rajaska jar. The leader of the Rajaska, the first of their kind. Her name is Ravith Morna. She will prey on these Cantors, rebuild her ranks. I died when I faced her. But then I was alone. Here and now, I think you and I are meant to act together to stop her. Why else did Azura send you to find me? These Cantors fear me, except for Crinzy. And the Inquisitors wish to kill me. It was you who found me, guided me, helped me deliver salvation. Now my Moonclaw gives a faint pull. It leads me to you, Tamit. In my time, it was a word of partnership. If we travel together, our souls will move as twin moons, strengthened by our bond. You see, the world has changed much since my time. There is much for me to explore and learn. I am eager to see it all. I would stand with no one else. We stepped into the light from the shadow of my tomb. Together we struck against the darkness beyond the world. We saved these cantors, and perhaps even made a friend in Crinzy. I am honored to walk at your side. When you are ready to hunt the darkness, send for me, my friend.
Takida, Zeyabi, Terajaska Jar, Hansas, High Cantor. Who will banish dark spirits if all our kind fall to her song?
Don't say such things, Serenza. Do not give in to hopelessness. The High Cantor will figure something out.